Welcome to Love Space. We are so happy you could join us today for our second podcast. We are forging ahead with some written letters today, and there is one that in particular really caught my heart. It says, "Dear Love Space, my husband, 31, and I, 33, have been together for 5 years and married for 2. Our sex life so far has been satisfying for both of us, though I must admit we know what works, and a lot of the time we are just getting it done. Always pleasant, but not groundbreaking. The other night we slowed ourselves down and really tried to take our time. It made the whole thing feel really, really special. When we were finished, I felt so close to my husband, but when we came face to face, he smiled into my eyes. I burst into tears. Suddenly, all of our intimacy seemed shattered as my husband's face fell, and he felt so bad at my tears. I truly do not know where the tears came from, and they were not a bad thing, though they were not tears of joy. I tried to make my husband feel better and explain myself, but I didn't truly understand it myself, so my words came out vague and unhelpful. Please, Love Space, where do you think these emotions came from, and how does a couple navigate them in these tender moments?" Well, dear Tearful in Texas, I am celebrating that you've been married for 5 years and you're having a good sex life. I'm glad it's satisfying for both of you. And I'm celebrating even more so that you guys slowed down and really took some time to connect in the middle of, as we know, everyone is living a very busy life. I can imagine that when you two truly connected in such a special way, that all the pressure and all the buildup from all of our lives came out. It's a very special place to be able to be vulnerable with someone. And suddenly you felt held and safe. And there are so many emotions that can come out through tears. Tears are actually an alchemical event that help us to process emotions. They're a very, very important part of our makeup and of our being. It is not a very popular belief right now how necessary our tears are. It is not a very popular belief right now to hold space for more difficult emotions. We all always want to be high vibrational. And especially during those incredibly intimate moments, it might not seem like the time when tears can come through. But I believe that you felt extremely safe with your husband in these magical moments that you describe. This safety then helped you to be truly vulnerable. And as a man, this is where his divine masculine can step in and hold this space for you to have all of those feelings, even if they come out in tears. Perhaps one day the tables will even be turned, and in the safe space of your arms, your husband will be able to release his tears. There are so many beautiful moments that we share that include more difficult feelings. Yes, joy is an underlying reality if we can just tap into it. And all the other human emotions kind of ride on top of that river of joy. So I don't think anything's wrong with you, dear. I think it was a very magical moment. And I'm incredibly impressed that you guys navigated something that's very tricky. We have so many emotions trapped inside of us on so many different bases. Our bodies keep the score. Whatever happens is really somewhere inside of our bodies. And when we release things, or when we go through sexuality, when we go through sex, really, when we experience orgasm, it's a wonderful opportunity for our body to release those things it's been holding. And that release can come through tears, it can come through sweat, it can come through shouting, it can come through breathing. There are so many ways to enhance our connection with someone. And as you said, oftentimes we simply follow a recipe because we've discovered that it works between us. A healthy sex life, though, does require awareness and effort. And so that effort you guys made of slowing down and connecting in a whole new way is really special. And so, of course, it's going to open you up to some special experiences as well. And as we all make room in our hearts for both the difficult emotions and the beautiful emotions, we realize that life is a wonderful dance of both. And if we can accept that there are times that feel a lot more challenging than other times, and be okay even in those moments when we feel challenged or lost or afraid or full of tears at a time when we don't think tears are what's appropriate. When we embrace those authentic expressions of the feelings that are truly coming up and out of our bodies and out of our beings, that's where the magic lives. That's where the quality of our lives is truly available to us. So, good job. I hope your husband came to understand he had done nothing wrong. In fact, he had been given a beautiful gift of your true and authentic heart. I'm sending blessings to both of you. Thank you so much, Tears in Texas, for writing in on this Tuesday. On Tuesdays, I'm going to try to be really tender. We call them Tender Tuesdays. Everything that I say will be very, very delicate. However, maybe on Thursdays, I want to get a little bit tough love Thursdays. We'll see. Thank you for being here today. If any of this resonates, I would truly appreciate if you would comment below. Makes the biggest difference. And of course, now that I'm on YouTube, I'll ask you to subscribe if you remember to. And above all, if you have any questions regarding your sex life, your love life, and or your relationship life, we would be honored to host them here. Simply send them to questions@lovespacepod.com. Thank you again for being here. And remember, you can always create love space. Simply open your heart and the space for love is there.